guys, I'm Jack of All Spades 98.
And I'm the Variety Guy.
And welcome to round 2 of Fail Factor.
This episode should be the first of many episodes to come that follows the same format, so no more announcements at the beginning of every episode.
So, let's dive right into the results from round 1.
The machine that failed last week was Jack of All Spades 98's machine.
If you got that right, congratulations. You are guaranteed at least 1 point.
Before we see how that machine failed, let's take a look at the machine that actually worked.
But now, let's take a look at my machine to see how it failed. As you can see, the domino weighing down the first connect's auto lift falls into the next track, so when the ball comes around again, it falls off.
If you got that right, congratulations, you got a full 3 points.
Before we show the scoreboard, let's take a look at the statistics from round 1.
This week, we got 31 total predictions, which is more than last time, so again, thank you all for playing.
However, we actually had 11 new participants this time around, so that means there are 41 different people who have made predictions in Fail Factor between both of these rounds.
Out of those 31 predictions, 19 correctly said that Jack of All Spades 98's machine would fail.
That's about 61.29%, which is only slightly more than last time.
So far, these numbers are pretty close to the practice run, but the similarities end there.
Out of the 19 correct predictions, 11 correctly predicted the fail factor. 11.
This means that if you correctly predicted which machine will fail, you likely also predicted how it would fail.
Anyways, 11 out of 19 correct means that over a third of you get all 3 possible points. To be exact, 35.48%.
Last week, there were only 5 correct fail factor predictions, some of which were copied from other answers, so the percentage was only a 16.67%.
So apparently this round was much easier than the practice round. Whoops.
Anyways, you guys collectively earned 41 points, compared to last week's 28.
This averages out to 1.32 points per person, compared to only 0.93 from the practice round.
But the difficulty number really sums up just how much easier round 1 really was.
On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the hardest, this round was only a 2.8.
Keep in mind that the practice round was a 3.4, and that number would have been even higher if the answers were kept secret.
But now, let's get on with what you've all been waiting for, the scoreboard.
After the first round, Teddytron 2000, Flash Domino, Burlagossum, The Goldberg Guy, Official Silly Poo Dominoes, Ty Domino Guy, Kaplamino, CWD Reactions, Sprice Machines, Dr. Complicated, and E-Voltage RGMs are all tied for first place with 3 points.
We also want to give an honorary shout out to the Goldberg Guy and Kaplamino, because they correctly predicted the fail factor in both the practice round and round 1.
If we were counting points from the practice round, you both would be tied for first with 6 points. But we aren't. Sorry.
Here is the rest of the scoreboard.
Alright, round 1 is officially over, and we can turn our attention to round 2.
I should probably apologize for making my round 1 machine a little too easy to predict, but hopefully round 2 will be a bit more difficult.
In fact, we're predicting the difficulty of this round to be upwards of 3.5. So get ready.
Speaking of which, let's take a look at the machines for this week.
Alright, so those are the pictures for Fail Factor this week. If you want to see those pictures in non-video form, so you can take a look at them at your own pace, the links are in the description.
Recently, there have been some problems with pasting links in YouTube descriptions, so if the links in the description don't work, just check the comments.
To make your prediction for this week, just click the link at the top of the description and fill out the Google form, just like last week.
So study those pictures and make your predictions.
You'll find out if you were right in next week's episode of Fail Factor.
And don't forget, Fail Factor alternates uploads on each of our channels, so round 3 will be over on the Variety Guy's channel. So if you haven't already, go subscribe so you don't miss out.
I'm the Variety Guy.
And I'm Jack of All Spades 98. Bye guys!